Okay, so the first card you have you passed is the Chariot. Okay, so this is really determined. This man's going somewhere. He's determined. He's working hard. He looks very serious. So I think this has something to do with work. I'm seeing lots of work changes actually, but not now, in your past. Yeah, I see this a lot in your readings actually. Lots of different jobs, lots of different roles. You've had lots of different things that you've done in your past. You've moved around a lot in work. I keep on seeing that, and I'm seeing it here now. It feels a little bit unstable around you now, but it feels busy at the same time. So it's a little bit of a contradiction, but a lot of people are stressed around work right now, obviously. But I think for you, I'm getting quite a positive feeling here, because no matter what you're dealing with, if you're dealing with a potential job loss or even something like that, or some problem like that, it feels like you're going to bounce back quickly. And the reason why that is, it's because you've had all these different kinds of roles or whatever this is, and you're very flexible. You used to flexible. I wasn't saying that properly. You're flexible. You're used to starting again. It's like, oh, I've started over again and over again and over again, lots and lots of times. I can adapt really quickly. I can do all these things. So you're going to adapt to this really quickly. That's what I'm seeing. So you're always going to land on your feet. I'm seeing that. Okay, there's something quite serious here actually as well, and it's another work thing. It feels like personal and work at the same time. It feels like someone's a bit of a problem personally at work. This feels quite serious. I know it's probably only going to be for a few people, maybe even just one person, but I'm going to say this. It's like repulsion. It's like, I can't stand being near this person. Really, really heavy repulsion. I hope this isn't an abuse situation. It might be that, because it feels quite bad. So, excuse me, or bullying or something very bad. So, it's like, oh, I'm repulsed by what they're doing. I'm repulsed by this person. I can't bear being around them. I can't stand them. I can't even look at them. It's that kind of feeling. So, so it's not just the work situation that's stressful. It's not just the climate where everyone's worried about work. It's more about this person, if this is you. So if you're dealing with this, if it's very serious, I hope it's not, but if you are, do something about this. Report them. Talk to someone if you don't feel up to reporting them. If it's a bully or something bad, sometimes it's scary to report someone, but do something about this. Tell someone, get something happening, because I've got this really strong feeling that there's this person there and they shouldn't be getting away with this. They shouldn't be getting away with this. So something has to be done. Something has to be done. Someone needs to be held accountable for something. So do something at least. At least talk to someone. Get something happening if that's you. Okay, so there's something else. Yeah, lots and lots of conversations. I'm seeing that as well. Lots of text conversations, messaging. Okay, so there's someone here. You go back a long way with them, a long way with them, maybe even years. It feels like a past love connection. And maybe a long distance, I don't know, because there's more texting than anything else. It's like lots of text messages. And yeah, if you look at this man, he's using his mind to move forward. He's not, there are no reins. He's not kind of doing anything with these sphinxes. It's not like the horses. He's using his mind to move. So I think you are more of a mind match than anything else. You're a love match, but you messaged more than you were physical. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So if this is resonating, if you know who this is, they haven't forgotten you. They haven't forgotten you. They're still thinking about you. They're not obsessive. I'm getting obsessive because I think they were at one time. I think they were really looking at your social media over and over again, and this man's face looks really obsessive. Looks very serious, like I'm determined, I'm obsessed. It's that kind of thing. So they were like that at one time, I think. They're not like that now, but they're still thinking about you. So just be prepared for this. If you know who this is, you might hear, I was going to say from them, but I don't think you're going to hear from them. I think you're going to hear about them. I think you can hear about them. They're going to show themselves. Yeah, they're going to show themselves to you in some way. Don't worry, they won't show up on your doorstep. They can't anyway. No one can see anyone right now anyway. But yeah, you'll hear about about them. You might see them actually on social media maybe. Yeah, if you know who this is, if they start popping up everywhere, if you start seeing their face, you're scrolling up and you see them, oh, they're there again, oh, there's their face again. If you see that, all of a sudden, it's deliberate. They want you to see them. They want you to see them. That's what I'm getting. So just keep that in mind. If you start seeing this person, it means that you're probably going to get some kind of connection at some time from them. Maybe it feels more like they'd like you to talk to them actually, but they're showing themselves to you. It's the start of something. It shows that they're thinking about you. So, okay, so the next card you have your past is the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you wanted to be with them at one time. You really wanted to be with this person. Yeah, there's traveling. I'm just looking at this Chariot again. So I think, again, I'm getting this long distance. It might not be that, but because you were texting more than you were seeing each other physically. And then we've got the Chariot and we've got this planning on traveling, or maybe you're planning to travel together, or maybe you're planning to travel to be with them at one time. There was some big plan you had. And, you know, you wanted stability with this person as well. That's what the Ten of Pentacles is about. I don't think they were the most stable person in the world, actually, but yeah, there were feelings there. There were feelings between you. Looks a little bit up and down. Yeah, you know what? I think they went after you originally. I think they came after you. They wanted you. And it's like, they're so enthusiastic. They're coming after me like this man in the Chariot. They want me. They want me. They want me. And then you finally let your guard down and you came up to them and you said, okay, yes, you know, that you're kind of, oh yes, I'm feeling that as well now. I feel that too. I'm really feeling that toward you. And then after a while, then they backed off. That's what I'm getting. Really, really awful. So you didn't get that stability from them. You know, they came forward and then they backed off. That's what I'm getting, this retreat backwards. But, you know, now, again, they're looking for some kind of attention. They're looking for something from you. Do you know what this feels like? It's like they don't want to come forward, but they want you to see them, to kind of tempt you toward them, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I'm getting. So, yeah, it's like, you know, it's like a piece of cheese. It's like they're a piece of cheese in a mouse trap. They want you to come to the trap. And now that I've said that, now that I've said mouse trap, now that the word traps come out of my mouth, that makes me say, I just said mouse, come out of my mouth. That's telling me that if I'm getting the word trap, just be careful. So that's giving me a warning. If I'm saying trap, I'm not saying they're going to trap you, but there is a warning there. There is a warning there, especially if they're playing these kinds of games. You know, if they don't want to come and talk to you, but they're wanting attention, that's a red flag as well. So there's lots of these little kind of red flags here. No, I'm not getting that much coming from you, actually. I'm not getting much coming. What I mean by that is, I don't think you'll be tempted. I really don't. And I'm glad to see that, actually. And there's a huge gap between now and when you're with them, actually. It feels like you lived a lifetime between now and then. It's a long way away that you're with them. So there's a lot of kind of water under the bridge now. It's like between now, it's like the feeling I get between now and the beginning of the year. It feels like there are several years in there somewhere. It feels like a million years away. But anyway, so yeah, I think you're probably looking for the stability in someone else now. Yeah, there's someone else around you, I think, or there's some other love energy around you. I can feel that here. And I think there are a few ups and downs with this new person anyway, as well, anyway, right now. But even so, even if there are, I don't think there's any going back with this ex, this person from your past at all. And it's in the lovers as well, so I'll talk about that here. You know, because he's looking over to her. I mean, this could be, you could be both men, you could be both women, you could be either man or woman. Doesn't matter. Just because this is the Adam and Eve, doesn't mean that they're the man and you're the woman. Could be anything. But if you look at this card, you know, he's looking over to her, obviously. He's got all this fire behind him, all this passion, but she's not looking at him. She's looking up. So you're not interested. You're not interested. They're going to be interested in you. They're trying to get you to look at them. They're saying, look at me, and you're just not looking at them. You're really not. So, but the more you ignore them, I keep on saying this, the more you ignore them, the more they show themselves. So just be aware of that. If you start ignoring them and then you see them more and more and more, that's why. That's why. Okay, so the first card you have you present is the Star. Yeah, beautiful card, beautiful woman. These are all these cards in your present, they're all very spiritual, very introspective, very emotional, very moody, all about going inwards, all that kind of thing, thinking about yourself, remembering things, memories, dreams. And I think that's what's happening right now. I think you're quite introspective. There's definitely some love around you, though. There's love around you. If you're in a relationship, I don't know if this is you or them, there's a bit of a disconnection here. I'm getting a physical disconnection. So, it might be because of everything that's happening right now. You might be forced to be apart from them. But there's also an emotional distance here. There's emotional, because we're looking at this woman from a distance. So, and it looks like you've been distant from them before, actually, because I'm seeing this apart and then together again. So you might be thinking, oh, not this again, not this again. But yeah, lots and lots of things are holding you together, I think, whether you realise it or not. I am seeing quite a strong union here. I am seeing quite a strong union. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot together. That's what I'm seeing. You've been through a lot. And there's some kind of distance there now between you. And I think the message here is don't keep your distance. You need to talk. You need to talk about whatever this is. I know everyone's keeping their distance, but you need to have some kind of talk with them because there's a solution. If there's a problem between you, there's a solution here. That's what the Star represents. It represents hope. So there's a solution here. But it might be that, you're kind of introspective. You're thinking about, oh, I've got this problem with this person. There's, I can't communicate. There's something going on. I don't know what it is. I'm by myself like this woman. I'm trying to find a solution, because she's pouring the water on the earth and back in the water, and she's by herself and she's deep in thought, very, very deep in thought. So you might be thinking about this right now. But the solution's there, but you can't see what it is because she's got her back to the Star. So the solution's there, but you can't see it. So I think that might be how you are. And yeah, the High Priestess, I may as well talk about that here as well. The High Priestess can be about secrets, keeping things to herself. So it looks like there's a lack of communication. It looks like someone's keeping something to themselves. No one's speaking up. There's a separation. I don't know. It might be a physical separation. It might also be, there's definitely an emotional separation, or there's something separating you, or there's something coming between you. I don't know what it is. But someone has to talk. Someone has to break the ice. And I think that when someone breaks the ice, that'll be the first step toward getting to this solution. And as I say first step, I'm just looking at these stars. There's all these little stars and they're all kind of leading to the big star, and they're all like stepping stones, all stepping toward this big star. So communication's the first step that's going to lead you to the next step and the next one, and then you're going to get to this solution. So please, if you feel as if it should be you, break the ice. Someone needs to talk. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so so the last card you have your present is the Moon. So, okay, there are lots and lots of different things here. Yeah, very deep. This is going to be quite difficult. This is quite a strange card. It's very introspective. I'm seeing a few different things. Okay, so first of all, I'm just looking at this in the High Priestess together. So lots of emotions, very, very deep. Maybe you're not telling people how you're feeling right now. You might be going through a lot of internal ups and downs by yourself. So maybe that's why there's this lack of communication. It might be something to do with that. Okay, so I'm getting memories. So you've got lots and lots of memories at this time. You're really looking back to your past. And there's dreams as well. I'm getting dreams. So it might be that the memories are triggering the dreams, or it might be that the dreams are triggering off the memories. It's one or the other. Now, if this is you, if you've been having dreams, and I'm getting really vivid dreams, it feels like, oh, they're real. It's kind of like when you wake up and it's like, oh, I think that was real. I think that was real. And then you realize, oh, it was just a dream. It's that kind of thing. Very, very vivid. Now, this is going to sound really strange, but I'm going to get this out. Someone needs to hear this. I don't know what this is. It makes no sense to me. But I have to say this. Someone needs to hear this, I think. Now, there's another life you've had. If this is you, there's another life you've had. There's another existence. It feels like you had a completely different life at one time, or you're in a completely different place. Maybe geographically, you lived somewhere, now you're somewhere else. I think you might have been thinking about that particular time. There's a particular time in your life, and you've been having dreams, if this is you, thinking about this. There are a lot of mixed feelings around this, good and bad and everything else. Now, okay, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing two women. It might be a mother and a daughter. It might be an older sister and a younger sister. You used to be around these people, if this is you, all the time. Now, there's something you used to do with these people. I think you fulfilled a role. I'm seeing comfort. I'm seeing a loss. So you were there to comfort them. There was some loss that happened. There was some loss. It's to do with a man. You were with these two women. You were helping them. Now, that help isn't needed, so you're not around them anymore. You're separate from them. And I think someone moved away. I think it was either you that moved away physically, or it might have been them. And you've moved away from that whole world. So it's like you're in a different world now. So if that makes sense to you, I hope it makes sense to someone. It feels like that time won't come back again. And part of you would like that time to come back. You're looking back and thinking, oh, I remember that time. I'm really feeling that loss. And I'm really feeling that. And only these people understand that loss. And I share that with them, and I'm not with them now. Now, if you're worried about not seeing these two people again, because it might be that, because a lot of people have this, because everyone's isolated and they're thinking, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see them again. If you're worried about that, it looks like you will see them again. It looks like you will, because you've got the star card. So you will see them. But I have to say this, there were lots of feelings that happened around this time. You were very close around this time. You all had these shared feelings. And things are quite different now. There's a big shift in the feelings. There's nothing terrible. It's okay. It's absolutely fine. But it just feels very different now. So if that makes sense to you, when you see these people again at some time, and you will, don't expect to feel the same. It's going to feel different. It's going to be okay. It's just a new kind of different. So I really, really hope that makes sense to someone. I know that's completely crazy to a lot of people. And yeah, the other thing is, again, if you're in this relationship, the outcome looks positive. The outcome looks positive. And I feel as if I want to tell you that, because I want to get someone to get up and make this conversation, to start a conversation, to start talking. Someone needs to talk to repair this. You've been through a lot together. You've been through a huge amount together. I'm seeing that. Look at all these different emotions in this moon. The sun's there, sadness, tears, everything's there. You've been through everything with them. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm getting here. Someone is, I don't know if it's you or them, someone's going to look back over everything you've been through, because you're separated now, either physically or emotionally or both. One of you is going to look back over things with these two watchtowers here. That's what that's about. Looking back over your life, looking back over times that you've had. So someone's going to look back over that time, and they're going to look back over everything. They're going to feel all the emotions, they're going to think about everything, and they're going to say to themselves, do I want this person? Is it worth it after all this? Is it worth it? Is it worth staying with them? Is it worth staying with them? I think someone's going to ask themselves this. I think the answer is, eventually, after thinking about this, it's going to be yes. Do I want this person after everything that's happened? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's yes. So that's what I'm getting. The moon card's not normally a yes, but I'm getting, looking back over this, and I can really see the sun here. The sun's at the back. So the moon is at the front. If you look at this moon, the sad feelings, the worrying, all that is at the front. But whoever this is, they're going to work through those feelings of the moon card, all the worries and then they're going to get past that to the sun that's at the back, and then there's going to be yes. That's what I'm seeing. So I hope that makes sense to someone. Okay. All right, so the first card you have your future is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, the whole sequence in your future is really, really clear to me. I think this is all about this person from your past. All about this person from your past. And again, you're not going to be interested. If you've got this yes here in the Moon card, if you've got someone else who you're with and you're kind of having these ups and downs, but you're going to get together, you're not going to be interested in this person who's, in your past. But yeah, so they're showing themselves to you again. I'm seeing this here. Now, they're coming up to you again. This is what this knight's doing. He's coming up. He's saying, he's got his cup and he's saying, oh, I do love you. I do want you. I do want to be with you. Look at me. Look at me. I'm so beautiful. Look, he's so beautifully groomed. He's got these wings on his helmet. He wants to fly to you. And, he's all beautiful looking. He's like a knight in shining armor. But is he coming up to this water? Is he coming up to the river? No, he's not. He's just standing there. He's not doing anything. He's quite useless, actually. So they're not coming up to you. They're not saying anything to you. They're trying to parade in front of you like this gorgeous knight. And they want you to come to them. So they're not saying anything to you. So it's all again happening again. And I think by this time it's going to be really obvious to you that they're interested. They're not saying anything. They're trying to play these little games, all of that kind of thing. And the World card, when it comes to love, it can be about things starting and ending quickly. So I think whether you end up communicating or not, and I think you probably will, I think it's probably going to be on some level, so it might be, a few little, a little bit of talk on social media, just a few little things. I'm seeing a little kind of tiny thing, and that's going to give them a bit of hope. They'll be like, oh, there's some hope, they spoke to me. It's going to be like that. But I think after a while it's going to be clear that you're really not interested. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And just watch out when they do realise that, because if this is all resonating with you, with the Knight of Swords here, right at the end here, obviously there's going to be some anger coming from them. They're not getting what they want. They're parading themselves in front of you. You're not interested. They're not getting what they want. So there's a little bit of anger. There's a bit of anger here. There's a bit of anger because they're imagining a lot of this. There's a lot of wishful thinking. And when it doesn't materialise, they start getting angry. And there's lots of dreamy cards here. You've got the moon, you've got the high priestess, you've got the star, all these dreams and everything and all that kind of thing. So someone's been imagining, oh, I'll come back to them. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. But it's all in their head. It's all in their head. Dreamy, delusions, all these kinds of things. And, so a lot of people are on a knife edge right now as well. So it's going to feel like this rejection to them. They're going to be quite angry. There's no physical danger here. There's no physical danger here. I'm not seeing that. But just watch out for anger. Watch out for hurt. Watch out for some angry words. Because swords are verbal. So this is verbal anger. They're probably not going to speak to you directly. Again, I'm seeing lots of social media. It might be texting. It might be something like that. So it's going to be that kind of thing, I think. And so just watch out for that. Just watch out for that. And yeah, I just feel as if I have to say this again. If you're in this relationship, I really want this to work. Someone has to come forward. Someone's going to. I'm seeing that in the moon card. But I really want this to work for you. I really want this to work for you. But if you're really worried, if you like this one in the star card, if you're thinking, oh, what can I do? I'm really worried. Is this going to work? There's a yes here. There's a yes here. It's going to work. So don't worry about this. But also don't sit back. Someone has to start to communicate. Someone has to break the ice, I think. Someone's going to think about this. They're going to come back and talk. But I want you to start talking. If this is you, I want you to start talking, really.